Hello, hello, hello. Good day to you, my beautiful people. How are you guys doing? Today, I want to cook atama soup. For those of you that are from Nigeria, you know atama soup is a soup from the Akwa Ibom part of Nigeria. So, this soup is a soup that when you eat it, when you cook it from beginning, from the first day you start eating the soup till the last day you finish eating the soup, it does not change taste. It's not a soup that you will cook, then the next day it will not change taste. No, it will never change taste. The taste from the first day you cook it to the last day, I think when it even stays over the next day, that's when the soup become more tastier. The atama soup is the soup that when you cook it, as you are eating it, you will not get tired of the soup. As you dey eat am, e dey sweet dey go. My pidgin, let me speak that in pidgin so that my people will understand. As you dey eat the soup, na so the soup dey sweet dey go. Atama soup. The soup no dey tire person. The soup does not expire. For those of you that don't know how to cook the soup, this clip is for you. Just watch how you can cook it. So this is the way my paternal grandma used to cook her own. Or sometimes, if we do not want to cook it this way, like mixing it with the water leaf to cook as I'm doing now, just watch the clip so that you know how to cook it. If you do not want to cook it this way, I'm cooking with mixing it with water leaf to cook. This pattern, the way is the pattern we use in cooking our afang. If you do not want to cook it this way, there's another way my paternal grandma used to cook it. That's when she's cooking banga. She does our own way of cooking banga in Akwa Ibom State. I don't know about other people, but we from the Oron part, that's what my paternal grandma, the way she has been cooking her atama. So I don't know about other people if they have other way. This one is one of the method. Then we have another method when she's cooking banga soup. If she's cooking banga soup, she use the atama leaf to garnish the soup. If you eat this banga soup, the soup where she go use this atama cook, you go dey lick your hand. The soup e dey sweet. The atama inside the banga soup dey make the soup be like say when you dey lick dey lick your fingers when you dey eat the soup, go be like say make you chew your fingers. Make I tell you how the soup dey sweet. This atama, I don't know the kind of leaf it is. It has its own sweetness. It's a leaf, vegetable. It has its own sweetness, the leaf. And the leaf is the kind of leaf that thickens soup. This atama leaf is a kind of leaf that thickens soup. The soup, when you use this leaf to cook, atama leaf to cook soup, it does not change taste. Like you cook your soup today, the next day, the soup has changed taste that you cannot eat. No, now. Instead, the next day, the soup becomes over sweet. The soup becomes, when the soup stay overnight, the next day, it becomes over sweet. The soup remain in the same color. It does not, the next day, then the soup will now become another color. The next day, the soup still remain the same color. The soup is a soup that during those days, we don't used to have freezer to preserve food. When my paternal grandma cook the soup finish, well, anytime we want to wake up in the morning, we warm it. In the evening, we warm it before we sleep so that the soup will not sour. But do you believe that as we are warming it every day, till when we finish consuming the soup still remain the same? I'm talking of those days that people don't, technology and this life has not really improved now. Like now that freezer is something that is rampant everywhere. Then there was no freezer. The normal way we cook our food, we cook fresh. Then if we cook something that can stay like 3 days, minimum 3 days, when we wake up in the morning, we warm the soup. In the evening, we warm it. That's the way to do for that 3 days till the soup finish. That's the way we have been eating our atama soup. It doesn't, you no go tire for the soup. You will not tire for the soup. But before you cook the soup, after you finish slicing your atama, the way my paternal grandma used to do her atama, because most people used to complain the leaf used to have a little slight bitterness, but I've never experienced it before, because the way she used to make it, that's the process I've been using to make it. So I've never experienced any funny thing about the leaf. You see, I'm pouring the leaf from the sieve. Why I'm pouring it from the sieve is, after I finish slicing, I pound the leaf. I pound the leaf. After I finish pounding it, I put it in the sieve. Then I put it in the sieve, then I wash it. I wash it like, I think 3 times, 3 or 4 times. Then I just carry the sieve and drop it in a small bowl. The water, remnant water, was just dropping by itself. So that's why you see me turning it from sieve. So that's the way my paternal grandma has been doing her tama leaf. If she want to cook, either mixing it with water leaf to cook, or she want to put it inside banga soup. So I've never had any funny feeling from the leaf before. So for those my people that will say, I've experienced funny something about the soup, maybe you don't know the right process to prepare the leaf before you use it to cook. That's why you have funny feeling. Maybe you just slice the leaf, you carry it and put inside pot and cook. That's not the way we cook our own. We can dry it and still use it to cook. When we dry it, we'll use our hand to rub it a little before we put it inside the sieve and wash it like 3 4 times before we cook it. If you don't want to dry, you want to cook it fresh, as immediately you finish slicing, pound it in the mortar. Once you finish pounding it in the mortar, pack it into the sieve, use water, rinse it like 4 times before you use it to cook. So have a wonderful day, my lovers. I love you. Enjoy the day. Take good care of yourself. Kisses. Mwah. Bye.